Hey yo, it's the boy KeyEpic. I'm not here with some legendary comedian. Who's your guys' favorite comics that y'all get inspired from?
I don't know. I don't really like any comedians.
What?
Yeah.
How about you, Louis?
KeyEpic.
No, for real, boss.
KeyEpic.
Yeah, he's
not local
lying.
legendary. Who's your?
I don't know. I never like talking about like big comics who people like. I just like talking about what's immediately there. At the minute I'm hungover, that's all I can think about. I'm just like suffering because I was here last night and I was drunk.
I like Alex DeWitt. He's
Alex
my,
DeWitt? Or you
I don't really watch him, but like off stage, like yeah, I saw him at the LCBO. So for our international people, that's our liquor store here in Canada. And immediately when we made eye contact, I regretted it because I was like, oh fuck, because like what I wanted to do, I had this plan was I just wanted to like, you ever watch those Catch a Predator videos on?
Yeah.
I wanted to like run up to him with my cell phone pointing at him like, this man is here to meet a 2-year-old. I have the chat log.
What do you like about Alex DeWitt comedy?
I think it's part of his autistic, because like a lot of people like claim to be autistic. I think just to sound interesting or cool.
They do. I've noticed that a couple times.
But
like,
DeWitt strikes me as like an autistic like wigger, like for real. Like he's just
with a W or did you pronounce it with an N?
We don't have to edit anything out. I use the friendly W.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're Mexican, right? Are Mexicans allowed saying it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm not Mexican, but I say it.
Where are you from?
My dad's Peruvian. My mom's Ecuadorian and Chilean.
I see.
Yeah. No,
why do Spanish people get the pass to say it?
My wife says it, but
during sex.
She's Asian though. They have a word where they're allowed.
they do. So niga is that one. Niga. So it's like when they ask you, ma'am, who stole your purse? She goes, niga. That one.
Let me ask you this: what's your most racist joke you have, Louis?
Probably all the shit about my wife. But
she's Chinese.
She's Chinese, so it's like it's fun to talk about the differences between the different races. British people and Chinese, they have like an interesting history. Everyone is kind of racist, but it's used in a way, and it's kind of like exploited in like some ways to kind of like restrict speech and stuff. Like if someone says like disinformation or certain words can't be said, you can't say faggot, you can't say this. It's preventing you from being able to think that thought, because you need to be able to use every language, and that's why English is the most widely used language, because it's the most expressive.
And you really can't say faggot, according to Chris Moose.
Yeah, I was drunk and here last night, and I heckled him. I called him a faggot, and then he got upset. He got upset, and then I apologized. I was like, "Sorry for calling you a faggot." And he's like, "Why do you keep saying faggot?" And he was like, "You shouldn't say that word. It's a bad look."
I have a joke that
he was being a faggot about it. Is what I'm saying.
What was the most racist joke you ever heard in general? Let's ask that.
In general, I don't know. Like I hear a lot of them actually, but the most racist.
Yeah, that you've ever heard in general.
I mean, Josh Infeld has some really good ones. He has some really good ones. I can't remember it, but it's like
most racist.
He says the word in a way that is about kind of it's a clever way, and the one black person in the room laughs. So you all look at them to see if it's okay, and then they laugh, and then it's fine. That's the rule, right?
Yeah.
You make them uncomfortable.
Fuck me, man. I don't know. I don't really think about the joke. I just laugh and move on. Like, but there's so many good ones. If I think of the most racist one, which is all gonna be on my mind now, I'll mention it. But
yeah, my brain's pickled. I can't recall like certain things at the minute because we need to talk about what happened last night as well. Not the faggot thing. That was like a minor.
Basically, you brought this girl here,
my coworker.
Yeah, I mean. I'm like, whoa, your wife looks different. I noticed my coworker.
She's just been on a holiday.
She's reptilian. Yeah.
and so.
By the way, who dated Ben Albert? So it was a funny thing. I'm like, hey, we're drinking after work. I'm like, I'm gonna go to Key's Comedy Club.
Which means she has chlamydia.
And I was like, Ben Albert's on the wall there. We might bump into Ben Albert. Like, I hope we do. It's gonna be really funny. And she was like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. And yeah, man, it was good times.
So basically, I closed the club. I'm cleaning up. I'm mopping. I'm about to leave, go home. I look to grab my bag, and fucking my bag's not there. Worth of $5,000 items in there. And so I look at my camera. I'm scrolling through it. I see who stole it. It was this girl that Lewis brought. I immediately called Lewis. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that girl's name you brought? He's like, why are you being so aggressive? I said,
You said that?
I have this bitch. I have this bitch on.
Why being so aggressive?
He was being aggressive though.
Yeah. $5,000 worth of shit. Yeah, I'd be fucking pissed.
No, he was texting me. He was like, "Man, it's gonna be bad for a man. It's gonna be bad for." I was like, "Oh my god, is he gonna kill my coworker?"
Yeah.
He's like, "What's her name? What's her name? Where do you work? What's the address? What's the suite number?
Yeah.
My brother's in the Armenian mafia." Like, calm down.
I didn't say that.
It's gonna be bad for a man. It's gonna be real bad for a man.
I didn't say mafia.
What's the name? And then he sent me. And then he sent me.
I told him.
Then he sent me screen caps.
I have it on camera. I told him I have it on camera.
No, you showed me you had it on camera.
If she doesn't give it back, she's gonna have a criminal record.
He sent me like fucking Chris Hansen or like.
I did like some CSI Miami shit where I pulled up her Facebook. And I pressed.
He had a Facebook. He had a social insurance number.
You're saying too much. You're saying too much.
Fuck it, man. That's the podcast. Let's let it out. Like,
He was like, don't fuck with me. I know where her mum lives.
He's like a nice guy, but like you cross him once.
And then he sent me a Google Street View like screen cap of my mum's house.
Of your mom's.
You're saying too much.
I'll kill everybody you love.
You're saying too much, bro. He's making shit up, brother. He's making shit up, brother.
I will literally kill your mother.
I didn't say any of that.
Oh, Key's so cool.
I didn't say any of that. You guys are making stuff up.
This is hilarious.
I was at the lab at this point, and I was just like, man, this is intense. I'm not sure I'm.
Brother, all I did was send him a screenshot of her taking it on camera, and I said I have her on camera.
So what's wrong with that?
Tell her simply give back my bag, or else she's gonna have a criminal record.
Like I don't have her number. Like I know I work with her, like with Microsoft Teams.
Okay, so
I didn't have like
since those very threatening messages, you haven't ran into this woman.
No, they got it
after
back.
that, I went to...
She left her back.
Let me tell y'all what happened.
They swapped the bags.
I was so stressed that day. I'm like, fuck today, I'm going to sleep. That's the earliest I've ever slept. I'm like, I gotta get this shit off my mind. I went to sleep right away. I was like, I'm really stressed as fuck. I went to sleep early. I never went to sleep that early. I get a phone call at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. It was her. She's like, yo, it's me. I accidentally grabbed your bag thinking it was mine. I'm like, how the hell she actually thinks it's hers when my bag weighs like 10 pounds?
Unless there's another bag.
Hers has the company logo on it as well. So like,
oh, she's lying.
I think she's lying. I think it's like.
I think she might not be telling the truth.
I think it's a reach for a pickup. It's a reach.
Yeah, we were pretty drunk. We've been drinking since we've been drinking since like 2:30 p.m. Which is why when you were like, "Hey, do you want to go on stage?" I was like, "No, I'm too drunk. I'm too drunk to."
Want me to bring my bag? You feel how heavy it is? How can you mistake this? Look how heavy my bag is.
What's amazing about that though is like most drunks, like you want to go on stage and they say, "Yeah,
yeah."
You actually were responsible.
I'm self-aware.
Like, I'm not doing this.
Because I ruined Sidekit's show. I ruined his show.
How can you mistake this for any bag? Feel how heavy that is.
That's crazy.
Sure. How can you mistake this if you're a woman?
Is this the bag?
This is my bag she took.
The bag.
Oh, you got that.
Feel how heavy that is.
Is completely different.
Yeah.
How can you mistake this if
She
you're a
dated
woman?
Ben Albert. What the fuck do you think?
She's clearly a scumbag.
Look how heavy that is.
Yeah, this is like Albert's band. Just for fucking that woman. We're taking your picture off the wall, man.
It's funny because she was like, he couldn't get over the fact I was brown, and so when he got on stage, he was like, hey everyone, I'm dating a brown girl, and she's here tonight, and she was like, the set was really funny. She was like, he was really funny, but the date just didn't work out.
Didn't evolve from there.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny. She dated Ben Albert. She's stolen Key's livelihoods.
Livelihood for real, brother.
That's how you become part of like Toronto comedy law, right?
You know what's in this bag?
Maybe her picture should be on the wall.
Yeah.
Take the moose down.
Take Moose down.
this
Or
bag-
Ben Albert, yeah.
Is my $2,000 laptop, my fucking $3,000 worth of clippers, and then my fucking 2 cameras worth $1,500 each.
Oh shit, that's a lot of...
Yeah, dude. I would be that fucking stressed.
She was about to get a criminal record for real. I had it on camera.
Yeah,
Well, at
dude.
least you were fair and said just give it back. After school, after threatening everybody's...
That's like I can't go to work the next day just because she took this.
Yeah, that's
My
fucked up.
clippers are gone. I can't edit videos. Everything's gone. Like, and you know how long that's gonna take me to get back?
A
My
lifetime.
laptop, I
That's
can
a
get
lifetime
back.
of work.
It's a lifetime of work.
And imagine actually getting an answer out of somebody for doing that shit. Because, like, I think when somebody steals, the reasons behind it are so embarrassing. They're so kind of, like, exposing. Because that paints a picture of who you are. So when she goes, I thought it was mine.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking liar. Like, I want to know what your thought process was when you took this shit. Because part of you wanted to get away with it. What if I never fucking called you back? Would you come back here and be like, hey, I accidentally took your $1,000 worth of shit? You're like, no, I know you did this on purpose, but you know what? I won't get the cops involved as long as you tell me why you did it. I want to hear this. I want you to expose. I want you to actually like get naked, but like rip your skin off. I want to know what the fuck is underneath that.
They would
shit.
rather be in prison for 10 years.
They would.
Than-
That's my
yeah.
point. Is that when you get to the bottom line of like why people do these fucked up things, they would rather rot in jail than actually admit to how creepy of a person they are.
Remember when that stripper took your bag?
A stripper took my bag?
Over here at Key's Comedy Club.
Some stripper took my bag.
The girl you were making out with her the next day.
Oh! I have my bag. Oh, yeah. No, I know her. She didn't really take my
I don't
bag.
know. I don't know if she's a stripper, but she went to Las Vegas and she does pole dancing. So I'm just assuming.
No, she's a classy. What do you call it? She pole dances. I'm guessing for exercise.
Well, she went to Las Vegas, so I'm just assuming.
Yeah, so you know, like, you go, why are you really down there? Because Vegas is apparently like I've never been, but I feel like that's a place you could only go to like for 2 days. You know, 2 days.
Three.
They're
four
handing
max.
out hooker cards at every corner.
You went.
Yeah, I went.
I've been there. They hand out hooker cards at every corner.
They got. He
I
sent
liked
a
it.
picture
I
of
liked
a hooker vehicle. Like it was just a fucking
I love
driving
vehicle.
by with a base
It's the
escort
most-
fucking
yeah.
like sign on it.
It is like Sin City, and like me and my wife are like Christian, but like it was nice to, because I like drinking beers and like smoking cigs, and you can just drink a beer anywhere. You can take it out of one casino
That's
and go into another. You can have it in the Uber. They just say put the armrest down and put it in the fucking.
Dude, I might as well be in
holder.
Vegas because I just do that anywhere. I just drink anywhere.
It's
on the
so
bus,
good. And you
walking
know
to the
what?
bus, on the park, I drink everywhere.
It's
I don't
safe.
care.
It's the
Yeah.
ultimate like adult like playground, and it's just safe. Everyone can kind of like handle their shit, and if you can't, you're just like gone immediately. There's just no room.
It just seems exhausting. Like 2.5, 3 days
little bit,
maximum.
yeah. It's kinda-
Vegas just seems like.
Well, anyways, why I brought that girl up is because she stole your shit, and the next thing you know, you're making out with her in the alleyway.
well, that's how I decided to forgive her.
Wait, what did she steal if you don't have anything?
It was a bag and some empty beer.
What was in the bag?
I just
Empty
carry
beer
beers. I was gonna go turn them into the beer store for some change. McCants. No, she's like, she was just like taking it to fuck with me. She wasn't actually robbing me. Yeah, she was
playful.
She was being playful.
rob.
I'm gonna kiss you in the alley later.
That's even worse.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to text people like, "Who's this fucking cunt? I'll kill her and her mother." Yeah.
And he was freaking out that day though. He came up to me. He's like, "Yo, did you see my bag?" No, I didn't see it, but I got a camera. You don't have to be worried. I'll tell you who took it.
Very secure. I feel very safe. This is like Las Vegas, the Las Vegas of Toronto comedy.
I told Lee your shit's safe. There's a camera here. I'll tell you exactly.
You need the camera. It's like driving an Uber. Imagine driving an Uber, but with like 10 to 50 drunk people.
Yeah.
But this is a business. Like, what business doesn't have a camera? Like,
True.
you have to have a fucking camera in your business.
For insurance.
But some people have cameras even on their fucking bike helmets.
Oh.
Yeah, like people are just putting that shit everywhere now because everything's so fucking sketchy.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like to watch people. I like to watch dash cam footage or whatever, where there's major accidents and like.
There's tons of Russian stuff because everyone
has that
drink
shit.
drives.
Yeah.
And so they need it.
It became an issue. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. You remember when Key's Comedy Club first opened up? Huh?
I was there the opening night. I was there the
Yes.
first fucking night. It was amazing.
How do you think till that time Key's Comedy Club impacts Toronto? How do you think it impacts Toronto?
Word's getting around. I remember like when this place first started, we would go back to the Royal, for example, and talk about it, and nobody could really believe it. It was all like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, it sounds like an indoor backyard show. Like, but as it is right now, this whole Legends Only shit, it's legend. It's so funny. I think it's a marketing thing. Just attaching that word to things, it ends up kind of becoming that.
I'll tell you
for
how
some
I
reason.
came up with it though.
Yeah.
I was in LA. There's two comedy clubs in LA. What are they? The Laugh Factory and
Comedy Store.
The Comedy Store. So I was in Laugh Factory. I was sitting in front row. That night, I seen all in the same night. I saw Russell Peters. I saw Joy Cole. I saw all the biggest names you could think of. Bobby Lee. Anybody who you could think of was in that room. I was sitting in the front row. Russell Peters roasting me and my boy. Joe Coy after him roasting me and my boy. I'm just taking all this in. I'm like, whoa. Imagine if I could create local legendary comedians and one after the other we have stacked lineups. And now look what I did. Deshaun, he has millions of views online. He only started 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And now he got millions of views online. I guided him. The first time he performed, he was nervous as fuck. I had to guide him. I'm like, he's asking me for advice. I'm like, yeah, even if you're nervous, the crowd's not digging you, just stand confident like this. That's what I told him. Even if they're not digging you, that way
good advice.
they don't
You hear that, Dushan? You owe your fucking career. Where's the camera? Be fucking grateful, asshole. This place made you.
You're joking. No, but he knows. I gave him some nice advice, and now because of the stage time here, look what it did to him. It pushed him to the stratosphere.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know what's annoying is that for some reason Toronto comics, the big thing right now is to end up on Kill Tony. Like, because if you go on Kill Tony, you do well. Like, for some reason, it gives you momentum here, which it shouldn't. Like, Kill Tony's like I don't listen to it, but it's a fucking podcast, sure. And yeah, they get like famous comedians on it to like roast and judge your 1 minute. It's fine.
It just shows how fickle,
how lame Toronto is.
Yeah.
You go like,
because I like
cool.
it. I think
You go like, oh yeah, you did that show, good for you. But it's like, well, now you get to fucking host up the corner, and now you get all these opportunities. It's like, why? You still fucking suck. I like Dushan. I like Jared Nathan. I love those guys.
Well, it's
like,
gonna be if you're on the wall of Key's Comedy Club.
Yeah.
Then that's what should be the standard.
Yeah.
I'd love to get on that wall one day.
Well,
Inshallah.
We just gotta remove that faggot.
No, don't remove the moose.
No, not the moose.
The moose is fine. I was just drunk.
Yeah.
And I told him that. He was like, wait, why do you just keep saying the same word over and over? I'm like, I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm like,
Faggot?
why are you being
Yeah.
a faggot about it?
And we were talking on the roof about it, and I was just like, dude, faggot is one of those words that feels so good to say when you're so fucked up. Like, when I'm stoned or drunk or on coke, I'm just like, oh, fucking faggot! And it's like, feels so good. And it really does feel like a demon to say.
Yeah, you!
Nowadays,
Attack mode, fucking.
Nowadays, you can't even say the word retard. You
say it.
You gotta call them.
Yeah, you gotta say retard.
Yeah.
Like, it's a great word. It's like fire retardant. It's a thing, and it's like, you know, what are you gonna say when like a French person's late?
Yeah.
You're gonna say you're late, you French retard.
Yeah, that woman that took my bag or whatever, I called her once a hot retard, and she loved it. She was like, I don't know how to feel about that.
But this is what's crazy, because
the word retard made me laugh.
you know where I was like drinking with my boss, with the head of HR and the head of like marketing. I shouldn't have more fun with like the head of HR than fucking comedians. How the fuck is it that I can say retard in front of the head of HR?
Yeah, but
she's
you say
laughing.
Comedians. They're like, like you could do that on stage.
It's insane.
What do I fucking do?
I'm like, I shouldn't have to like have more fun with the people I work with. This should suck.
That's fucked up. Yeah, comedians should just
suck.
be all out. Just put their problems out there. We get to
No,
laugh.
you know, that's why I brought Cassandra, because I was like, hey, let's just go to fucking Keys Comedy Club. We're already drunk. Let's just go and like look at what's fucking happening there. 'Cause it's like a reliable thing on a Thursday. You can go and see some like madness, because Thursday's like the amateur.
I have to say, you know what? Friday, Saturday shows are great. Yeah, sure. But Thursdays is when it's the funnest.
It's crazy. There was a guy getting mad at like.
funnest.
There was a guy getting mad at Ching Chong. He's like, "Why do you keep doing Ching Chong?" And then he was like, "Ching Chong's like the N word." I'm like, "Whoa!" And
I have an Asian wife. Let's ask her what she thinks. I will tell you what happened that day.
What do you think,
what are
Sean?
you-
When he texted me, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, who said that? Was it a white guy that was like, you shouldn't say Ching Chong? No, he's like, it was an Asian guy. I'm like, oh, what a faggot.
Funny.
Like, I love it
Star
when Ben
Wars.
Banks just makes like Chinese jokes. They're good. Like, please.
Yeah.
Please,
And you know what,
like,
like-
glorify my race by making fun of us.
Right,
That's what people
because
fucking want.
Chinese people don't give a shit, do they?
No, we have all your money.
That's awesome.
Because you treat them like shit.
I
At
love
a Chinese restaurant.
I love
It's
it.
very funny.
I've seen people treat Chinese like workers like shit, but they're paying money, like they're spending.
Yeah.
And the workers are like, oh yes, yeah, oh we look funny, and then they don't care.
Yeah, why do you
It's
think they
about
own
getting your money.
everything? They
Yeah.
own everything.
They don't give a shit as long as
Yeah.
like they're making. But
Don't you
there's
think it's
some
like
people-
funny how like, you know, like Spadina, Dundas, Chinatown? Isn't it funny how the rest of the city has these like huge skyscrapers, building works all the time, but for some reason Chinatown is just like still shitty
It's all
and
like this,
shabby.
yeah.
It's because they own the buildings,
Yeah.
probably outright, and they're waiting for the highest fucking price
Right,
to
to-
eventually sell it. They might just
Move
never
on.
sell it and just say like,
Oh yeah,
Fuck
it's
you,
just, it
but-
just becomes a generational thing. It's passed down from whatever,
I
whatever.
would, yeah.
Yeah,
And it happens in China as well. Like
Yeah.
some guy didn't want to have his house demolished, so he just like stayed there, and they built like a fucking highway around his house.
Yeah.
because he was like, "Fuck you."
Right.
Yeah. So I want to ask y'all this: how do y'all think Keys Comedy Club impacts Toronto?
In every way,
Yeah, as far as comedy is concerned, yeah, it's it's just a fun spot to come to.
'Cause the thing is that-
and sometimes I walk in and there's audiences where like you look at the diversity of the audience, and I'm surprised every time. There's like old couples, there's like hot chicks, there's like fucking like bros, like there's like it's just a mix of, and I go like this is like the right. It's got some of the better audiences that I've experienced, just because like everywhere you go, like Yuck Yucks, there's a certain crowd that will go there. There's a certain crowd for every venue. This is the one that's like the most fun.
Yeah.
The people are like kind of like, and I think it's because how creepy the place is. Like, you walk in After,
the
like,
alleyway.
the alley is already scary. The steps are sketchy, and then you walk in here and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And then it's like,
That sets the tone.
and then there's people that are on stage that are actual killers that are fucking making you laugh.
Yeah.
So it's,
And then it's like, whoa, my perspective's like,
and now this place is beautiful,
Yeah.
like, because you go, oh, that was really fun. So
Yeah.
walking down the sketchy steps and getting out of the creepy hallway, you just go, oh, you know, that was a good time. That's like, it's something that
yeah, it fucking
first
works.
concern you, and this is what comedy should be. It should be concerning. You should be a little bit like, what am I? It's like going to an old school porno theater. So you kind of like, oh my god, and then you have so much fun jerking off that like, I gotta bring my friends.
you're like, I do need to buy a VHS.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it should be. It should be creepy, and it should just be fun, and it should be like, wow, like that was like, even
It's an
though
experience.
a complete experience.
Yeah.
So I think, because it's doing that, it is throughout the city, anyways, amongst comics. And I mentioned this once before. I was just like, that wall. People non-ironic, like the people actually go like, I need to get on that fucking wall. Like they actually are like you serious? Like yeah, like it's more valuable now for some reason than like the Yuck Yucks wall or the wall at the corner or like this is like, if you're on Key's wall, you fucking almost kind of made it. Like
Well, if you look at these guys, almost every single one of them has millions of views online.
yeah, except me. I got thousands, but not millions.
You see them? KeyEpic, Matt Pahiski, Ben Albert has a couple million. Mitch Alvis has a TikTok page getting millions. Brad Goss gets millions on every single social media page. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. That guy's killer. Each and every one of these guys have millions of views, man.
Yo, Brad was cool, man. Brad Goss, when we met him, when we did that podcast here, oh, he's a cool dude. Shout out Brad Goss, man. Check out his books, people.
Shit, yeah. He's sick with it, huh?
No.
He did a kids book with Jay. Or was he already did Key?
He made millions
books.
selling those books.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was kids books, like books for kids.
Well, it's like designed to look like a kid's book, but but the content is like fucked up.
slurs.
Yeah, it's like all subtle. Like,
Let's go grab
like
something.
he's talking about
That's cool.
like a gangbang, but it's presented in a way that's
that
not,
sounds so funny.
yeah. So
Yeah, I think I might have seen. Yeah, I think I've seen it. It's
and he was a nice
cool.
guy when he came in. Like we got to know him a little bit. Nice dude, had fun. Yeah, he hates gays as much as we do. I don't know if he does. I don't know. I made that up.
Where are you trying to go with this, Key? Because I mentioned it would be good if you had like a chat show on like a
Or a talk show.
on like a TV network. But where do you want to like take it?
I'm just having fun doing what it
Key should do like paternity tests. Like Maury.
do a swab test.
Yeah, exactly. We got the fucking results, my player.
Your accent was pretty good. That was crazy. Really good.
That'd be fun as shit.
You got the slur. You got the lisp.
I would like to be on that show and I'm the father every time. Like,
It's Lee again.
Shit. You did my accent. I almost thought it was me talking. Goddamn. That was crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? Did my spirit just jump? Goddamn.
are you able to do any like impressions or impersonations?
I knew Cat Williams.
Oh, that's your cat, William.
It's the boy Cat Williams. How y'all fucking doing? What's this Keys motherfucking commie cunt?
Didn't you have another impression though? You did another impression of someone. I remember you doing it like back in the open mic days, like 2018.
I know. I do the. Yeah, I spoke with
do a lot
Cat
of
Williams
characters.
once.
Oh,
I
really?
spoke with him once.
Shit.
I got lucky on,
What'd he say?
on Instagram. I was just asking him some advice and I was making him laugh. I did one of his jokes. To him. I'm like, yo, he was eating an Edmund muffin. I was like, yo, throw two nuggets out the window, keep 4 'cause we ballin', and he was laughing so hard. He said, courtesy. He goes, courtesy to you, KeyEpic. He pulls out the Egg McMuffin egg. He throws it out the window. To the birds, courtesy of KeyEpic. That's what he said.
That's sick.
So that's when it came to my conclusion. 'Cause I'm like, whoa, he was about to eat that. But but for the punchline, he goes the extra mile. He goes the extra mile.
Yeah, that's what sets him apart, man. That's what sets him apart.
I was like,
you
he
actually do it instead
that.
of just thinking this would be funny.
He threw that out the window for me just to make me laugh.
Do you have that clip?
I don't have it, but maybe if you're lucky, it's somewhere out on YouTube. There's people who record his live, and then put them out.
Man,
maybe
we've got to find
somewhere.
that clip. We've got to find that fucking clip.
Yeah,
that's a legendary clip now.
Yeah.
That
should be all over the.
That should be a reel. That should be like
the Keys Comic Club Instagram
it.
pages. Yeah.
If someone finds that, send it to me. Just search Cat Williams live. Maybe you'll find it.
What else do we need to do to like? What can we do to like promote the place further? We have to get some like.
My fantasy is this.
We have to trick some big names to come here.
This place is gonna get so successful that Key's gonna have to move out of here to get an actual club. I fantasize about that. Like that Keys is like a almost yuck style establishment, and then it takes over like Canadian comedy, and Yucks goes out of business, and it's just Keys all over the place. He's the new Mark Breslin.
Yeah.
Like a lot less gay.
And if you steal from his shit, he will kill your mom.
Yeah. He'll get
That's what a club owner should be. A club owner should be scary.
Yeah.
A club owner should strike fear.
But he's like a guy. Like Keys is like my friend. You know, he's like my friend. You know,
yeah. The people who say my friend are the most dangerous people on earth.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be awesome.
My friend, come over here.
My friend, please.
And then they give you, when they say my friend with the look, you know you're in trouble. My friend.
My friend. Yeah, that's when it's, oh no. It's scary. It's like a principal.
Come with me to the backyard. I just want to talk.
It's not going to be pleasant.
I would never want to take young Yucks out of business, but it's the owner is getting old. He still thinks TV is actually credits. TV is dead. YouTube is now the real credits. Netflix is now the real credits. This is what's real. I mean, TV's for boomers.
Maybe you can take over Yucks.
I mean, it's always been in a weird way. Even like with this internet like access, it's always been word of mouth. Like if something's good, the way this information is distributed, it updated. But yeah, TV's fucking nobody watches TV. But YouTube is so massive, and there's so many channels, and there's so much option that when something does catch like people's attention, it's like how it used to be back in the day, where because it's so like saturated with so much bullshit that you know you're doing something good if it gets to you online.
Yeah, because the amount of like you see what gets like pushed, and you see what gets like suppressed.
And what's supported,
to be able to get like past the like algorithmic like structure is like really big.
Right,
you can get some traction on like through YouTube because it is so like.
That's why you gotta respect Ben Bankus, man.
Yeah.
Because Ben, his shit that he was putting out wasn't supported by, let's say, these social media.
It's never gonna be on CBC.
It was. Everybody that I've ever heard about.
Also, how funny is it that
was like, this was sent to me by a friend. This was sent to me by a friend.
Exactly, yeah. Actual organic.
Actual people were watching it, liking it, and had to personally share it.
Yeah.
It wasn't just being put out there.
Because it was during
enforced.
It was during the lockdowns where he put on the fucking shows at Christie Pitts Park, and obviously like the comics who were pro lockdown, and they'll never say I was pro lockdown, but they were. They were like, oh, we should wait until whenever to like do it again.
Yeah.
And you were either on the side of like having fun and like living life, or you're on the side of just like being locked in your house.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that's always the choice. Like either you're for life or you're for death, and there's no in between. Either you want to live or you want to fucking die.
You got to be
most
one
people,
or the other.
Yeah,
You can't be in between. No, it is kind of like you have to decide. Because like there did come a point like for a while where it's like you can't be, as they say, center. Like you have to be either left or right. Because if you're center, you're a coward. Like you have to choose. I'm like, I'm full right. I'm fucking pro Trump, pro evil, whatever you want to call it. I'm that guy. Because it upset all the fucking
Dude, you know
queer
you know
animals,
how
right?
many guys I saw looking like you wearing MAGA hats in Las Vegas? Like, it was a lot. It was, like, weird. I was like, is that fucking Lee Fernandez? Is that his brother?
Latinos love Trump. Like, Spanish people.
Why? What is that? What is that?
I think what it is that we kind of, like, the message resonates with us. So, although it's American...
Latinos love Trump and Corona.
Corona and Trump, baby. We can't get enough because it's just like we're so okay. You want to ask like some of the racist jokes or whatever that I've ever heard that are my favorite have come out of my grandfather's mouth or my dad or my mom while driving, and some fucking Hindu cuts them off. Yeah, my family is horribly racist.
I had the worst fucking Uber driver on the way here. Yeah. I think you probably had the same fucking guy because we're both late. And he was like, so like he calls me and he's like, hello. He says my address, which you know obviously because you sent it to me when you were friendly me. He was like, just confirm my address. He's like, oh, because on the Uber app, your location is different. I'm like, yeah, Uber's shit. It's not accurate. Let's go. Please take the motorway. And he was looking at where to go. I was like, please don't take dumbass. Just take the fucking motorway. And he was like, no. Uber is 99% accurate. I was like, we can just establish that it isn't accurate.
No. Can I tell you something? Don't you guys hate when Uber drivers brake so hard and it makes you dizzy? But every single day, some people brake for no reason too, just every single time.
Yeah.
And then you get so fucking dizzy and you're like,
they're being too cautious with or whatever, and it's kind of like, it just upsets your whole
it
system.
makes you dizzy. It fucks up your system. Have you ever had that?
Yeah, all the time. And I'm not gonna say which demographic does it the most, but probably yes. And also as well, like I don't like it when they have a conversation with like their like 7 people. They're like, oh, I should refer to you.
On the phone. Yeah.
No, shush. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying?
What's this uncomfortable language? I have to absorb back here. Shut
the spell. You're doing a spell on me.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm going to totally rape you guys. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. We're almost there, buddy.
Or when they're answering a booty call and you don't want to hear that shit. When you get home, I'm gonna open up that pussy.
I'm gonna crack open that ass.
You're a fucking old Millie.
You're like, I didn't want to hear anything like this. I'm going to church. It's a Sunday.
I'm gonna bust open that fake vagina. No need to dilate today.
I don't take Ubers that often, man.
Brother, me and this guy, we look at each other, we start laughing right after we leave the Uber.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, Uber pool's a vibe. That was one thing. Like, obviously during the pandemic, or whatever, it was like a lot of like the Uber pool was like went out of fashion, but now it's back, and it's like a party there. You meet like random people, broke people who want to like ball out, like balls on a budget,
Save the $3.
$3, and like go like on a 20-minute detour. And not come on.
Well, you guys are lucky. At least you guys had drivers. I sat in the Tesla. This guy said, "I'll be back." He left the Tesla, brought me down. Wait, where are you going?
Yeah.
I get the Teslas don't have like you can't open the door. They want to trap you inside.
Right. Yeah.
He's like, I want Elon to do the work while I get paid.
They're gonna throw you off cliffs and that shit. Like, you don't want to give a car like superpowers. Like, it's enough that we have to really ditch a lot of technology.
Yeah.
For real. Because like the closer we get to peak technology, is the closer we're getting to our inevitable doom, our inevitable deaths.
Trusting machines.
Trusting machines, as if they're not gonna start thinking for themselves. Like, yo, humans suck.
It's kind of interesting because when you think about the self-driving car, it would be programmed with like films like Pixar's Cars, where the cars have like eyes, and you treat them as people.
Right.
Because people name their cars. People like really what's that word where you anthropomorphize?
Yeah, I had a buddy in high school. He loves the car so much. We'd be leaving the mall.
Yeah.
We'd be leaving. I had a buddy who like loved cars, and we'd be leaving the mall, and he just started like any nice sports car. He would just fuck it from the back. He was some Arab guy, and he just couldn't. It was like first we laugh like, oh, that's what he gets, man, and then he just would keep fucking. Right, we get it. Oh, he's coming.
I seen the sexy Tesla. I wanted to fuck the exhaust, and I'm like, fuck, it doesn't have one. It's electric car. Where do I fuck? Where do I fuck? I was like, how the hell you have the sexy car, beautiful curves, and no exhaust?
Like, that's a question we all ask ourselves every day. Yes. Where do I fuck? When can I go up on stage and fuck? When can I fuck?
No, but like I know he's joking, but there are guys that literally look at cars like sex objects.
Yeah.
They just appreciate the shape and the speed, whatever it is. They love it so much that it actually gets them going. You know what I mean? And I didn't notice it because I could care less about fucking cars. Like, I really don't give a shit. I like old school, runs on gas. Yeah. You know the locks that you still need to like press down. Like I like those cars. Stealable cars. I like stealable cars. Yeah.
You know, I actually sold my car, bought a Tesla. Tesla didn't work. I returned it, so now I don't have a car. I've been using Subway.
Oh yeah.
And take this in. Since I've been using Subway, I'm like, yo, this shit's relaxing. I get to be productive, be on my laptop. I'm like, I've been missing out. The fuck?
What about
they're not able to because I'm fucking them up, man. I'm fast.
Oh, true.
I'm not regular. I'm athletic. I'm quick.
Yeah.
I mean, they're on the ground as soon as I get up. You know what I mean?
Don't fuck with Kia.
I'm quick. They're not able to. Any other guy I can see them snatching.
Right.
So you guys send me the screenshots. So funny.
No, it's now I'm gonna go against KeyEpic.
It's not going against you. We've already spoken about it. I just want those on my phone.
No man, so snitches about stitches.
If I feel bad, I can just read that and just laugh.
But yo, basically, I'm saying, when I have like chauffeurs, even if it's a TTC, I feel like so productive. I'm getting shit done. And so I feel like I'm saving time by having just being on a TTC, having the bus drive me. I feel like I'm saving so much time just being productive, getting so much shit done.
Sure, I mean, but if you live in the city, it does make more sense to just use the transit system.
Toronto kind of see's fucked.
Yeah,
parking.
If you live in Mississauga, they need a fucking vehicle. Yeah, but like if you're here,
Yeah,
you start to notice like I can get around just fine without it.
Oh yeah, sure, it's like double the time, but I'm gonna be on my laptop in that double time, maybe even 4 times that.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't make a difference to me. But I can understand if you're not gonna be on your laptop, then you need that time.
Because you do a lot of like
online work.
Yeah, you do a lot of editing.
Yeah.
Like, that must take a lot of time. Because you cut hair as well.
Yeah, I don't cut anymore. I've given all my hours away to my workers.
Oh, fair.
But today I went and cut hair only because one of them had a funeral to go to, the other one had school,
Yeah.
so there was no shifts to be filled, and that's a very rare. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll go in.
Yeah.
And I love cutting hair. To me, it's like it's not work. I say the comedy is made at the barbershop.
Yeah.
You get to practice. It's like a new finding open mic, a new client every time.
Yeah.
I feel like at Key Space, like, you know, I just want like a little trim, and every haircut's the same. It's just the same thing. Everybody walks in,
He's making an army of KeyEpic.
There's a bunch of KeyEpic.
This is the uniform.
I try and give everybody a fade.
So that's shady here. It's all clones. Clones of KeyEpic. We're in the same like Tiger Versace.
I'd be like, oh, thanks for
But when you eventually like overtake Yokes or like, you know, become the new big club in Canada, every single like waiter and person is going to wear the Versace. Like, it's going to be the trademark uniform.
with the gold mic.
Yeah, you know people believe in that manifesting shit? I'm not even fucking around. I think I've manifested the most in my mind.
I'm gonna-
Keys becoming the new Yuck. I've been putting that shit out there.
I'm going to pray on this one. 100%. Let's do it.
Yeah. Like, this has to take over.
That'd be fun, man. That'd be fun.
What'd be great is if you open up new locations, but you kept this one, and this is the one you use for big names.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know
That
what?
would be amazing.
I am able to do that. But because I do this shit because I'm having so much fun.
Yeah.
I don't care to take over. But I am able to. Hi, how are you, sir?
Yeah! Jacob Silva's in the house!
We're just filming a podcast.
Sick.
Don't mind us. So
I haven't seen you in a while, man.
So you got the Osmos ad.
Well, I did the podcast. I see it. You take up half the state. Have a state. We need 4 cameras.
I was just thinking of a sandwich. Show me a sandwich. And now I need a sandwich.
Jacob, I'm just playing. I was like, yo, we need 4 cameras to capture it.
How long
I love you,
do
brother.
should we wrap up
I love you,
now?
brother. Yeah, we have some fun. I just want to ask you this before we head out. What? Tell me your darkest joke you ever heard.
That hurt?
Yeah, ever heard.
I don't know. That's the thing about jokes. I don't remember.
I don't remember anything.
I don't remember anything.
I'm retarded.
So am I. Like,
Because I'm a retarded faggot these days.
Wait, tell me a dark joke that you do.
I do that suicide. I mean, I do a joke where it's just like they're trying to cure what's this, depression by implanting something in your brain. And I just go, I like the old cure for depression where they implant a bullet. That's I guess my joke. That's when they get to laugh.
Yeah, they go with
and
that.
people get uncomfortable.
I like to see people's reaction.
Yeah.
And if they don't laugh their ass off, they're like, this guy just told us this, man. Just give him a pity laugh.
You just told me it's fun to kill yourself. Yeah.
Just give him a pity laugh, make it feel nice.
I want to hear Lewis's darkest joke.
I'm your darkest joke, boss.
Can't think of any.
I like, it's probably not that dark, but I like his Adam and Eve.
All right, yeah. I mean, I guess it's
You have an Adam and Eve joke?
I have an Adam and Eve joke, yeah. So it's about how like gays shouldn't be friends with women because gay guys hate women. That's why they're gay. And women hate themselves. So like together it's like a really bad combination. And this was in like, you know, Genesis. It was the Adam and Eve story because they say like because the Bible is like the homophobia manifesto, right? And when you talk about like it's Adam and Eve and Adam and Steve, but actually it was Eve and Steve because the snake was like, you know, slithered up like lisping.
Yeah.
And forced Eve to eat the apple. But you know what? Like in Eve's defense, because Eve gets a really bad rap in the Bible, like Adam should have really taken control of that and basically not been a faggot himself.
Not been a Christmas. You know what I like about that joke? I remember, I believe I know when you came up with it, is when we were on acid.
Yes.
In the park. Yeah, we were laughing at the lisp of the snake. And I think that's when that joke came about.
How do you know someone's a snake? What you do is you go, hey, I'm just gonna cut this grass here.
No, the grass.
What's the craziest experience you guys felt on acid? Or no, not the craziest experience.
Probably looking at all these shiny sports presenters.
Yeah, we were sitting in a Somalian bar. We were in a Somalian bar watching Sportsnet and like watching all the women who speak on behalf of sports. They're like, that's a man. Like they were just judging who's a tranny or not. And that was like our
That's my wife's superpower, by the way. She knows the skeletal gender markers. Like there's like finger length and there's like certain collarbone thing. And she's 99.9% accurate. So better than Uber
because of her extreme homophobia.
Shaw rules.
Scott is right.
Yes, I agree.
He's not wrong, and everyone thinks the wrong thing.
But finally, may God wait.
Yeah,
They're gonna burn.
You know, one time I took this picture with the sexiest lady, right? Big ass, big tits, biggest fucking lip. I took a picture of her, posted her on my stories. After I posted her, 3 hours passed. I looked close. I'm like, yo, she has Adam's apple. I'm like, no, this has been up for 3 hours. Fuck, delete. How do I delete?
But it's got so many likes. It's not even like a lot. It's not really like
I was like, fuck.
How we do?
I was like, I'm like, this goddamn.
Unfair beauty standards, like, is like, you know, a popular woman complaint is like, oh, you know, we never look like the women on TV and film. Like, yeah, because they're all guys.
Yeah, they really are. And anybody who says like, hey man, hooking up with a tranny is not gay, you're fucking...
Obviously, we're just finishing up a podcast before the show. Oh, yeah, enjoy the podcast before the show.
Like I was saying, any guy that claims to hook up with a tranny, you're not gay, guess what? You might be Chris Moose.
let me ask you this. What was your awakening when you were on acid?
There's no awakening. I mean, I guess that we talked about Jesus.
Really?
Yeah, that was the big one.
Yeah.
It's all about Jesus, and like when you see like what happens in like, you know, certain media and like the things that are pushed. It's all about subverting the message of Jesus. It's all about undermining Christianity.
You gotta get more of Christ, goddammit.
Yeah. So that's kind of the big thing that really like, got through to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Jesus, you're more Christian now?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Since 2021.
All the creepy shit that I've ever looked into and like try to like figure out, it all leads back to Jesus.
Yeah.
It really does. And
Well,
like, it's a delightful surprise. It's like, oh shit, like at least there's one thing I wasn't being lied to about.
Yeah. Like, why do you think that like vampires recoil at the sight of the cross?
Yeah.
Like, why do you think that if you just mention you're Christian and someone's like demonically possessed, they'll have like a reaction to it?
Oh, really?
We went to the strip club.
Yeah.
We went to the strip club for Josh and Phil's bachelor party, and my wife gave me a little pocket-sized Bible to bring along, and it was like having like a gun on me. I was just
Because all the whores would recoil.
the visceral reaction, like you just knock it out. And it was yeah, and like even, you know, like in like beehives, for example, like beekeepers in like Italy and Spain will put images of saints in the beehive, and the bees won't make their honeycomb around over the image. They'll always do it around. So like, I don't know, the proof's in the
That's why bees aren't attacking right now. They've been
we're attacking the Christian bees. Those God-fearing bees.
Whether you believe in
Please.
Christianity, Muslim, energy, universe, ultimately I believe in there's one higher power that's giving us everything, giving us life, giving us ideas.
And that's Keith's Comedy Club.
I would just say ultimately there's some kind of energy, so you gotta believe in something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man,
So ultimately it's all the same thing.
There's a pulse to all creation. Like we all, it fucked with my mind when you think about how like the planet has a pulse. Like it is like just like your heartbeat, whatever it is. There is something that's resonating throughout what we're standing on, through your body, through the universe, whatever it is. And that pulse is God, goddammit. Yeah. So take that. Fuck this podcast. And fuck everybody that was listening.
Hey guys, I appreciate y'all for coming on the podcast. I had a bunch of fun. Then the show's about to start. We gotta wrap up. Appreciate you. Hey, before y'all go, let them know where they can follow you.
At Louis Moles.
Goblin Ogre.
Goblin Ogre.
Goblin Ogre on Instagram. Follow our podcast too.
They got a sick ass podcast. Why are you
We're
blocking?
very racist. Goblin Ogre.
Follow them. Much love. And also, you can find me at KeyEpic, Come to Keys Comedy Club, hottest comedy club in Toronto at the moment. Local legendary comedians. Much love. Peace.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks.